All right, y'all. Haven't done one of these in a month, and I guess I could feel like celebrating because it was a month and 2 days ago that I made my last video about the Lakers, and lo and behold, the Lakers have gone 11-5 since then. So I'll be glad to take a lot of credit for the Lakers' success. Send my checks in the mail, pat me on the back, hit me up on Twitter. I'm kidding. All right, so like I said, the Lakers have been 11-5 over, and I'm trying to find my notes. They've been 11-5 since January 25th. And quiet as kept, they've actually been playing really well. I didn't realize they were that well until my man Keith hit me up and said, yo, the Lakers are 11-4 right over the last 15 games. I was shocked. But that's a good thing because now they are 2 games under 500, which is pretty good. And basically what I said in that video a month ago was that the Lakers needed to make some serious adjustments or risk losing the season. And sure enough, they pretty much went out and handled their business. And the big change we've all seen, obviously, is that Kobe has become the facilitator. And I didn't realize this at the time, but he has, since January 25th, he has the second most total assists over that time period, with 129 behind Grievous Vasquez. And he's averaging 8.1 assists a game. Now, for people who said that Kobe's little streak died after they went 3-1 or whatever to beat OKC or whatever, that's the 7th highest assist total since that time period. So Kobe obviously has transformed his game and still finds ways to score, but he's setting his guys up and it's leading to the team winning more. This is exactly what we thought should have happened earlier, or maybe a little bit more last year. But now guys are starting to step up a little bit. D'Antoni is finally somewhat earning his name by putting Earl Clark in more, giving more love to Antoine Jameson, even though Pau Gasol is out, but putting guys in who know what to do when they get the ball. And it's made the team a much better passing team. It's made it look a little bit more fluid, and they're trusting each other more. When they beat OKC, I was pretty surprised at how just they hung tough and they decided, okay, we're going to, win this game. And the funny thing is, it reminds me of what happened last year when they beat OKC right before the playoffs with pretty much Jordan Hill, Steve Blake, and a few other backups, and Kobe. So it kind of tells me that the Lakers can play together. They can do things, at least at home. Looking at this schedule, the games that they lost to, the 5 games they lost to have been on the road, except for the Clippers, which technically was a road game, but at Staples. They lost at Phoenix, which still don't know how it happened. Lost to Boston, Miami, Denver last game, which I definitely expected. So pretty much the Lakers are a great home team. On the road, they can probably beat the worst bad teams, but they can't beat the good teams. So really, like I said, the Lakers are what they are. I really think that if the Lakers are going to make up this ground on Houston, on Utah, they have to find a way to win these games on the road. And I heard somebody say that 13 of their last 16 games are on the road. So they have to find a way to win. I don't know how, because they look like a totally different team on the road, but they have to. And they prove the old adage true. The best players, your role players, how they play on the road depends on how you win the game. So looking at the schedule real quick, because they are 28-30, to see if they can ever get to the goal of 500. They got Minnesota tomorrow. That should be a win. Atlanta, they could win that game. They could lose that game. Let me check real quick and see if that game is on the road, because that will probably affect what I'm going to say right now. And that game is on Sunday at home. Okay. They might be able to win that game. So if they beat Minnesota, beat Atlanta, they'll be 30-30, which definitely could happen. However, right after that, on Tuesday, they get to go to Oklahoma City. Chalk that one up to the game. They're not winning that one. We're not going to beat Oklahoma City in Oklahoma City. Just not going to happen. So it may be a while before the Lakers actually get over 500, because after Oklahoma, they go to New Orleans, a winnable game. Then they got Toronto, and then they have Chicago. So they may not get to over 500, but at least they could probably go 3-2 or the next 4-2. Wait, 4-2? Yeah, 4-2 will keep them at 500. So that's possible. But I want to send a message to all my fellow Laker fans right now. Stop worrying about Dwight Howard. Stop worrying about his contract. Stop worrying about what he's doing. Because right now, in my honest opinion, what Dwight Howard decides to do after the season is about as important as what I'm about to do after I make this video. It's not important. Here's why. We would love for him to come back, but if he comes back, so what? If he doesn't, so what? What have you seen on the court, really, that makes you think that Dwight Howard would be a great fit long term? I mean, I'll be honest about Dwight. Dwight is still leading the league in rebounding, even though he's not 100%. He's playing hurt, obviously, so he's not where he should be. Right now, he's pretty much a rebounder, a shot blocker when he can be, and he gets his occasional jump shots. This season has really kind of highlighted what most of us saw, is that he's not a great post player. I mean, his post game right now is non-existent, and he has to find a way to evolve that. But one thing I also noticed about Dwight Howard, and some of my friends who are Magic fans told me this, Dwight's not mentally strong. I mean, the guy is still out here clowning around, and granted, it's fun to watch when he does it. He's a joy, but like I said before the season, you got to cut that out. There's a time and place for that. And to me, Dwight's got to show a little bit more effort. And I know he's hurt. I know he's not 100%. I know that back injury is a pain, but he's got to start showing more effort. And to me, that starts with him coming out every day, playing. He always plays hard. And this is the funny thing, because I've never accused Dwight of never playing hard, because he always did that in Orlando. You know, he's coming off his first major injury that is probably going to affect the rest of his career. And I never accused him of not playing hard, but that's one thing I noticed, is that he's not playing hard all the time. And to me, I've always said, if you're hurt, you got two choices. Give it all you got, or take a seat. Because really, the toughness of being out there, not being 100%, and not doing your best, it's overrated. So if I'm Dwight Howard, I gotta look inside myself and say, what do I want to do? How do I want to keep playing? I may be hurt. I may be struggling. I may not be hitting my free throws. What can I do to help this team? What can I do? You have to find ways to help your team win. Whether it's, okay, I'm not going to score. I'm going to rebound. I'm going to block shots. You can do that. He's got the game where he can do that. So Dwight Howard has to find a way to evolve. But as I'm saying this, what he decides to do, I could care less about, man. We're Laker fans. Laker fans do not beg people to come here. We would like people to come here. We don't beg people to come here, man. This is the Lakers. Come on, folks. If people want to come here, they come. If they leave, take a hike. We'll find somebody else. Not saying I don't want Dwight Howard. I would love for him to stay. But from what I'm seeing right now, I don't care. I really don't care. So, to my fellow Laker fans, stop obsessing about the contract. Stop obsessing about him saying he hasn't made a decision yet. Make a decision. We want you here. Man, I make a decision. Let him take his time. Come on, this is his career. Let him take his time. And in the meanwhile, we got season to worry about. We got to hopefully hope this team gets to the playoffs, which is still a pipe dream at this point. It could happen, but we got to worry about the playoffs. Don't worry about Dwight Howard. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just focus on this season. All right? So, that's all I got to say. I'm going to try to do some more of these videos because I miss doing them and I love doing them. And like I just played before the video started, the song was Sounds of Blackness, optimistic, because even though I said all that, I'm still optimistic this team will make the playoffs. I could have played Radiohead, but that would have been a little bit more depressing. Optimistic. So I'll play Sounds of Blackness once more to leave out. So hopefully the Lakers do well. Keep enjoying this ride. They're playing much better. Let's hope it continues. Peace.